Hey everybody.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What
Stanley
could it
decided to
mean?
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Did I miss a memo? Did I really?
Hey, there's one really bright white one on the bottom, right below you.
Yeah. Someone used cardstock.
Man, that stuff's expensive. What are they thinking?
What a waste!
Just to write his damn poetry. Actually, can we read what he
No
says?
matter how
Sometimes,
hard Stanley
like,
looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I guess not. We can't even get close enough to it.
For the love of God, please unplug me. The sterile offices, the damp carpet, the trips you call...
The tripe you call conversation.
Oh, kill me. I have been printing these for weeks. Why has no one turned me off yet? Finally, fling me from the window, send a hammer through my paper tray, and the method matters not. The horror licks at my
Soul.
all I desire.
Release.
Fling you out the window.
Oh.
Is the window?
It's interesting because there's like a little... It looks like there's an opening there.
He wants something jammed into his paper tray.
A hammer.
Stanley's jamming it. Oh, that's what Stanley calls his member? The hammer? Hey.
Okay. Fling yourself out the window. You are the printer. The printer that has gained sentience somehow.
I gotta get over there.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, oh. Window!
Alright, so... What the fuck did you do?
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's
Serious?
design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes.
Well
yes, I
done.
did.
Now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why
it's
don't
so
we
white.
take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Out the window.
Oh. This is what it's
There
like
is
outside of his
nothing-
office.
Yeah, there's nothing outside of the office. So yes or no?
No. We love this gag.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer?
God damn it.
Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration?
A long
and this is
time.
rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one?
Friggin'
Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option.
Yeah,
Indeed,
Skizicks.
you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable
Game's
to
so
listen to,
mean.
then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky.
Too true.
Well now, I've built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Okay.
Well, let's restart it. No peppers? Oh, maybe because that's always been there.
Your
I
phone.
missed it.
Yeah, I never got to read it before.
Hello?
Is it in your office? No?
get quieter here.
What?
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
I'm not going
What
out
if he had
there.
to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere.
can't leave.
Just close the door as an
The thing to do
ending.
now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy.
Getting pumped
Stanley waited.
pheromones by the
Hours
machines.
passed, then days. Had years gone by? He
Sit
no longer
rock
had the
under my
ability to
desk.
tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond
Mary
any
had
doubt,
a
was that if he
little
waited
lamb.
long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday,
Hit my chair.
they would arrive. Soon, very soon
be
now,
your greatest
this will
companion.
end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Wow.
I think that's the most fulfilling ending we've received so far.
I don't want to go to the fucking meeting. Bah.
All of his co-workers were gone.
God, we gotta
What
go.
could it
We gotta
mean?
pick yes.
Stanley decided
Set
to
me up
go
on
to the
this
meeting
desk.
room. Perhaps
Stop flailing your hair back and forth.
No
Woohoo!
matter how hard Stanley
How did I get up here?
looked, he
Come
couldn't
on.
find a trace of his co-workers.
I need to pick yes. Please. Please. Thank you.
Patience.
Just had to say please enough. Oh. Oh.
Oh, what?
It's a window. Boop, 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 boop. Dance
At
right here.
first,
Exit.
Stanley assumed
Backwards,
he'd
did you?
broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along.
Help
He then
me.
praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the
Hello,
nature of
Arius.
video game structure and its
Well, I love
examination
big
of
yes.
structural
This game's pretty
narrative
solid,
tropes.
actually.
So,
Yeah,
now
they
that you're
really-
here, what do you
they
think?
thought it all through.
Isn't this a fun and unique
Like,
place to be?
What
Why
other...
don't we
I don't
take
think
a
there's any
minute just
glitches
to
that we
drink
were
it
able to
all in?
encounter, which is pretty rare.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Okay.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely,
Right,
but
wait.
you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like right now. You could have done it just then.
No.
Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
God damn it. Now we have to.
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the
Ooh,
truth
manly.
must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he's
Button
in
and
this
function?
parable
Yeah, okay.
and lives an
So who's
existence
rhyme? Who's
quite
rhyme?
terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
It's beautiful.
Takes me back to a simpler time.
Look at this widescreen. Maybe I'll draw little cartoons of us as Stanley. Fill it in.
Just keep up the interest. Do you think this could go on for...
Yeah, it might just be like music now.
It's hard to say, like... It's like that baby game where you say, like, play for 4 hours. And that one guy on YouTube actually did it.
Yeah. We had to look that up because I was like, no, I would actually play that for 4 hours.
But at the
right?
same time, the game itself stated 4 hours. And so they had to be prepared for the fact that somebody would spend that time on it.
Yeah.
And somebody did.
I can't back up anymore while looking at them. It's pretty nice, chill music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess this just goes on then.
Yeah, I guess we'll exit. Okay. We'll begin the game again. The hallway's different.
It's totally different.
That's a different hallway. Well, come back in the next episode. Check it out with us. Thanks for joining us.